All right, everyone. Well, welcome to Studio 90, and this obviously isn't our set. We are doing remote Studio 90 as we're in Venezuela, and we just shoot wherever we can. We're joined with Jimmy Conrad. Jimmy, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, as always.
Well, Jimmy, we were in Maracaibo for a while, and now we've moved to Barinas. You haven't been here long. We've only been here a couple hours, but what are your first thoughts on Barinas?
Well, we just moved from one hotel with guys with guns to another hotel with guys with guns.
It seems like more guys with guns.
Yeah, it's true, actually. They're patrolling the halls and eyeing my stuff in my room. It's pretty cool. No, there's some voluptuous pictures on the walls.
Yes, actually there's one right there, which is kind of weird to concentrate.
Yeah, we learned that, well, I don't know if this is true or not, but Maracaibo is the breast job capital of the world. I can say boob. Is it boob? Boob job capital of the world.
Probably not, hopefully, getting edited, but
yeah. Anyways, there's a lot of breast enhancement. Breast enhancement capital.
Who told you that? That was our security officer. Well, why does our security officer know that? That's my question.
Michael Cameraman. That's who. How he knows that, I'm not sure.
I also like our keys here. You got these big, it's not like the plastic little stick in and green light and you open the door. You got these big keys.
And it locks 3 times. Like you can turn it 3 times and it locks.
Really?
So,
I haven't done that.
I don't know. Another rumor we have going around camp is that this used to be a brothel. It used to be. Emphasize that. Evidenced by the huge bed I have with a lot of pastels.
You got the key bed.
Yeah. There's a ceiling on a ceiling.
There's a ceiling. You have a ceiling? Because I don't have one. Oh man.
Trying to be so clever there. There's a mirror on the ceiling. Yeah, and we have marble floors, easy cleanup. I don't know. These are just signs.
Does Bob know you have that room?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm sure Bob's king of the castle. King of the castle.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, let's get a little serious here.
Okay, we shall.
Now we.
Am I serious?
We're getting in your serious mode. Now we're playing Paraguay, or not me, but you guys are playing Paraguay on Monday, and just talk a little bit about that game and what you guys think you need to do. They played Colombia in their first match 5-0. Very potent attack, obviously. So just talk a little bit about what you guys are doing to prepare for that.
Well, I mean, first and foremost, we have to deal with Roque Santa Cruz, their forward. He had a hat trick on the night against Colombia, and he's obviously a handful. I think the way they play, it's probably very similar to Argentina in terms of they have that one forward who will hang out in between the 2 center backs and try to create width with the 2 other guys in attacking options. We haven't seen too much tape just yet, just traveling from Maracaibo to here, but it's clear he's the guy to deal with, and we think if we can contain him, then we just got to start creating chances going the other way. And obviously, Argentina is a whole different kind of team, and something we can talk about. But in terms of Paraguay, we just get possession, start playing their end of the field, and get some chances and go from there.
All right. Well, let's talk about Argentina. I mean, a very good test, obviously, from the first match, and you guys lose 4-1. But can you just kind of explain to the fans? I mean, you guys played with them for 60, 70 minutes, and then it kind of faded after that. But how difficult is it to stay with a team like that with so many superstars on the field for 90 minutes?
Yeah, it was tough. I think I don't think I'm over it by any stretch. I'm actually glad we have another game to come up and to prepare for and to focus on. But I just think that each goal that they scored was preventable, and I think that's the most disappointing thing. I think there were just breakdowns. I don't think there was any individual goals or goals they gave up that we were like, well, you could just point out and say, well, that guy had done better. I think it was just all team things and just little things that we could have addressed or, could have maybe just done a little bit better on. If everybody just could have done a little bit better, maybe we could have prevented that.
Well, sorry to interrupt you, but I noticed at the end of the game you were quite frustrated, as a number of other guys were. And I think a lot of people that go watching the game say, oh, 4-1, that makes sense, USA, Argentina, especially we have the younger team we have. But, I mean, I could sense you guys in the locker room, you were very upset that it was 4-1, and you had them 1-1 for such a long time.
Yeah, I think what hurt, too, was just we didn't really get to sit on the lead at all. We did a great job. Benny played a great ball to Eddie. Eddie does well to find some space and create a great chance, get a penalty. And, 4 minutes later, we're tied 1-1, and I think, we actually found out the guys that did drug testing with Verón after the game said he had told them that they were scared at halftime. 1-1, they didn't really know how to break us down. They thought we did a really good job. And, with those guys, it's tough. I think they do well trying to pull you out of certain gaps. And then when that happens, everybody's got to be on the same page. And it just didn't work out the way we wanted it to. And I think we got a little tired. We did a lot of defending. And I thought we we put a nice courageous effort up, but in the end it wasn't enough.
Now, first and second teams in the group move on, and then the best two, third place move on. And right now, the groups in the other, in A and B, everyone's getting points. Do you kind of look at that, or you try not to look at that and just say, hey, we got to take care of what we need to do?
Oh, I think you do a little bit of both.
Okay.
I think we're aware that with Venezuela beating Peru last night, that that throws that whole group into a mix, and that we're really going to have to get 4 points, I think, to advance, and hopefully win a game in style so that we can kind of make up for the goal differential we gave up against Argentina. So, yeah, I mean, we look at it, but that being said, we just have to concentrate on just doing the right things. Bob's got a system in place, and he wants that to remain the same, whether we're playing Argentina or if we're playing in World Cup qualifying against our CONCACAF opponents. So, it doesn't vary. He's preaching the same things, and that's what has to remain consistent.
All right, Jim, we've had you on the show a couple times because we had you at the World Cup, and we had you once even with your dad.
Yeah, wow.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
One of the better shows.
I apologize.
You want to say hi to Dad quick? I'm sure he's watching.
No, he's not.
No?
Either he's going to watch himself or he's not going to watch at all.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
That's how my dad rolls.
All right, well, we did the back four quiz both times with you when you were on. So we're like, well, no need to do the back four quiz again. So we figured we'll do some fan mail.
Well, let's get to it.
You got a lot of fans, Jimmy. A lot of people writing into specifically you. But before we get into that, there's a question mark we still have unanswered a little bit. That there was a email sent to our Center Circle account talking about Taylor Twellman and how tight his jersey is on the field. Mm-hmm. And we thought we discovered that actually it was you who sent it, and not this Lindsay Schaefer. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that last name right, but can you comment on that?
I'm going to blatantly deny that I ever had any involvement in that. If Taylor wants to run around with raisins under his jersey, that is completely up to him. That's not that.
So we got that first email, and we actually posted it on the blog, and then we heard that it was maybe you, and there's that rumor going around. And then we got another email right before we left for Copa America, and this one was saying that Lindsay writing that she wanted to clarify that she is indeed a real person and not your wife, and that she's a longtime supporter, and she coincidentally also wears child-size kits. So that wasn't you at all that wrote that email.
I have no comment.
Okay, all right, moving on. We did get another email from a Daniel McKenzie, and I think I showed this to you before. If maybe you just want to read a little bit of it and respond to what he wrote.
Daniel writes, "Hello boys, great job with the blog and the coverage, by the way. The one thing that has bothered me ever since last year's World Cup was that Jimmy was doing a little video snippet for Studio 90, and at one point he calls to attention an Interpol shirt he has on and says something like, just wanted to point out my shirt to show that I have indie rock credibility. Could you possibly mention to him that Interpol is signed to Capitol Records, which isn't exactly indie? Actually, they're the opposite of indie. I just wanted to let him know that he has no indie rock cred after that stunt."
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a shot.
That is a shot.
That's a definite shot.
Well, apparently I live in the mainstream indie rock world. And if you want me to support your little band called the Rum Diary, my address is 6010. Yeah, send it to U.S. Soccer. I'd gladly wear it.
All right, Daniel, send it in.
Yeah, please send it in.
Maybe
that's fine. I don't think I'll shake your hand when we meet, but no, give me some tickets. Let me see what indie rock cred really means.
Well, you know what I say? Say it.
But if you're really indie rock, it'll be a free show because nobody's coming to watch your shows anyway. Because that's what true indie rock.
Exactly. No one watches.
Yeah. Fair enough.
All right. Moving on. We also got a question from just Rebecca, no last name, and she's curious about Landon Donovan and his very interesting pre-penalty kick ritual. Now you have played with Landon, so maybe we thought you could help explain exactly what is the significance of the ritual.
I don't know.
You have no idea?
I mean, he's maybe watched a lot of Sammy Sosa highlights, No, I mean, I think it's something in reference to his lovely wife, Bianca.
Pretty elaborate.
It is very elaborate.
Do you think she makes him?
That's a great question. I'm sure maybe to start, she wanted some acknowledgement, and
right.
Now it's become, ritual. But
okay.
I think it's actually been extended. I think,
It seems like it's
not
longer.
like
It used to be shorter. I feel like.
It's like he's giving shout-outs to his dogs, and he's got like 8 dogs. There's like one for this dog, my dogs, You know?
All right, moving on.
He's not here to defend himself.
Yeah,
It works out great.
Yeah. All right, so we had a trivia question in the blog, and it was Jonathan Bornstein, if he plays in his next game here in Copa America, he will have 10 caps in his first calendar year. Now, there's a number of players that have done that in their first calendar year with the men's national team, but we asked who was the last player to do that, to have 10 caps in his first calendar year. And do you know, actually?
Well, I would say Landon Donovan. That would be my.
You're just
I'm trying to. I'm not actually not sucking up to him. That's just my guess.
It's not Landon Donovan. It's actually Claudio Reyna. And
he's pretty good.
And we said if whoever gets it right, they would get a shout out from one of our players.
Okay.
So since you're on, can you give a shout out to Anton Jasufi, who's, by the way, he was also curious about the camo hoodies, if we can send him a camo hoodie, because his handle name is Ninja Assassin.
Anton, congratulations, buddy. This guy will send you a camo hoodie and match all the soldiers that were around too. It's gonna be great. They're all wearing them here. It's the new phase.
The only way
berets and camo hoodies.
The only way I can send a camo hoodie is if it's yours, because I don't have one.
Oh. I don't have one either.
All right, and then final thing. One guy did write in about trying to answer the trivia question, and his name is Ruben Vallis, and I think we just had to talk about him a little bit, because I'm going to read you what he wrote. He wrote, that would obviously have to be Kobe Jones, who leads the Nats with 164 appearances and was a stalwart since he came in 1992. Claudio Reyna spent too much time in Europe to play 10 games in his first year. Then he gets all cocky and he's like, I'll take my free jersey in large or extra large. I don't want to model myself in a youth medium kit like Twellman's been doing.
Yeah, wow.
I think we send this guy a 12-man jersey medium, and he needs to wear it around.
Yeah.
He needs to send us a picture back, because he is way, way off.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know what to say.
Ruben
so
Vallis.
brash and confident and arrogant.
So easy to do. All right, Jimmy. Well, thanks for joining us. We, again, not we, but U.S. Soccer and Jimmy and the rest will be playing Paraguay tomorrow. So everyone check that out. It's on Goal TV. Michael, right? Goal TV.
And Telefutura.
And Telefutura. So everyone check that one out, and hopefully we'll get some points and move on to the second round.
Aggressive, isn't it?